What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm your favorite custodian, and right now we are taking a look at Volume 4 of Donny K's Thor, the God of Hammers. As the title suggests, it's about Thor searching for the God of Hammers because someone stole his hammer, and apparently it is the God of Hammers. Ooh, the God of Hammers. They use hammers. They create hammers and stuff. It's very cool, isn't it? Anyway, as I said before, the last time we left off, Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, it's been stolen from the Avengers Mountain because Thor's stupid enough to leave it there. But anyway, he goes searching for it. The first thing he does is search for his father, Odin. He's still in the space gladiator ring that his daughter, Angela, forced him into. So, that's funny, but Thor stops it, unfortunately, and forces his father to come with him so he could go find Mjolnir. At first, they go to the place of the dwarves, Nidavellir. I think that's how you pronounce it, Nidavellir. No, I played a lot of God of War, so I think that's how you pronounce it. That's how they pronounce it in the game, anyways. Anyway, they go there. They find all the dwarves dead. So that's pretty terrible. And apparently, the thing that killed all the dwarves was Mjolnir. The hammer is alive on its own. And throughout the series, they see that the hammer is killing almost everybody throughout the realms, which is pretty crazy if you realize that a hammer just kind of going AWOL and killing everybody. That's insane. That's pretty crazy, huh? Anyway, it starts killing people, and now all the people from the realms are getting really mad, and now they want to start war with Asgard because they think that Thor is the one who's doing it. So to go to Loki's place in Jotunheim, I think that's where all the frost giants are at, and the hammer apparently killed a lot of frost giants as well. And Loki's just like, "Yo, what the hell is all this about? You killed all my frost giants." And Thor's just like, "No, I didn't. I can explain." So they go and they talk about the God of Hammers, and Odin's just like, "What? The God of Hammers? That's a fake. That's a myth. It doesn't exist." But apparently, the God of Hammers does exist, and it's very angry at Thor for some reason, and is taking Thor's hammer and killing everybody. And unfortunately, it goes to Broxton, Oklahoma, where apparently a long time ago, Asgard was in Broxton, Oklahoma. It was pretty cool. Oklahoma, what the hell is going on here? Anyway, it was pretty cool. And that was a whole ass run. I'll probably get into that later. But the hammer goes there, and it kills everybody. Everybody's dead, and that makes Thor really, really sad. And so he calls on Mjolnir. He's like, "Hey, Mjolnir, get the hell over here. Why are you killing everybody?" So it comes, and it crashes down on him. It nearly kills him. And it's super cool to see because it's just a giant explosion splash page thing. And apparently, Mjolnir is apparently the God of Hammers. And the God of Hammers that's controlling Mjolnir is Mjolnir itself. It's actually Tempest, the goddess Tempest, who was forced into Mjolnir when she was tamed by Odin a long, long time ago. That's a whole last thing. I'm not going to get into that. But basically, the God of Hammers is the goddess Tempest, who is the thing that makes Mjolnir, is the spirit thing, whatever. Anyway, when Thor finds that out, he tries to fight the goddess Tempest, and he's losing. He's getting his ass handed to him left and right. And it's getting pretty bad. Odin comes in and tries to help his son and tells him about the goddess Tempest. But unfortunately, the hammer breaks his fucking back. It is brutal. It just went and Odin is out for a count. And so all the Avengers come in because the Avengers is all gathered up by Beta Ray Bill, who tries to help Thor. But Thor is, he's not having it. He creates a sword of lightning and tries to fight it, and it just breaks his fucking arm. It is brutal. He snaps his arm back in place, luckily. And so he uses his mother's powers, because he is the son of Gaia, and uses it to, trap the hammer into a giant ball of earth, because he can also control the earth now, which is really cool. We don't see him do that a lot. It's mostly just storms of lightning and stuff. So see him control the earth to create, like, an earth ball is pretty cool. He's basically the first earthbender or something. If anything, he's kind of like the Avatar. He also has sort of like fire powers from his third mom, I guess, because or was it fourth mom? Because technically Phoenix is also his mom. That's a whole thing. I'm not going to get into that either. That's a weird thing. Anyway, he traps her into that, and it looks like he's about to win, but it starts smashing its way out of it. So before he could fight back, Odin's just like, listen, son, I'm going to give you the rest of my Odin Force. And Thor's just like, what do you mean? I thought I had all of it. He's like, no, I have to give it up to you before you have all of it. And so Odin sacrifices himself to spend all of the Odin Force and put it into Thor. And Thor is really pissed off because his dad just died, but now he's got a new look. He's got all golden armor, and he looks really fucking sick. And so he asks Sif to give him the Bifrost sword. He gets it, and he just absolutely destroys the Goddess of Hammers. Also, on second note, there's also another being inside Mjolnir, and that is Mangog. Mangog is a how do I even get into this? Mangog is the physical embodiment of like a million angry souls or whatever, because Odin like killed the planet or something, and that created a Mangog. A while ago, Jane Foster, who was Thor for a little bit, killed Mangog by throwing Mjolnir into the sun, and that pissed off both Mjolnir and Mangog. So they put their souls into Mjolnir and started, gaining strength from it until they were able to break free and kill everybody and fight Thor. That's a whole ass thing. I almost forgot about that. But yeah, Mangog and the goddess Tempest tries to kill Thor. Luckily, it doesn't work out that way. Thor takes the hammer, absorbs all of Mangog and Tempest, and destroys it. He literally breaks his hammer again. This is like the second time this happens. Yeah, this is actually the second time this happens. That's funny. Or is it the third time, actually? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, he destroys his hammer. And that's bad, and then he gets knocked out. He wakes up a couple days later after, being knocked out from destroying his own fucking hammer. And he finds out that they reforged the hammer. And it looks pretty cool, actually, reforged. It's got, like, these cracks and stuff like that. I think that's pretty sick. And anyway, he goes to pray, and it turns out that his dad's soul is in Mjolnir now. So, yeah, now he's got a disembodied voice of his dad just speaking to him through his hammer, which is really crazy. Apparently, Valhalla is closed down, that there's no souls and there's no Valkyries, and Valhalla is now gone. He can't get into it. So yeah, that's insane. Overall, I really liked this volume. This is probably the best volume in this entire series. I'm not going to lie. Also, this is the last full volume Donny Cates writes, because after this, he had to step down as a writer. Whoops, sort of. I'll get into that a little bit later, but after this and his little Hulk Thor crossover, he had to step down as a writer because of some personal issues, and then his car got crashed, and he forgot everything the last 6 months that happened. So that was pretty terrible, and yeah, that's pretty bad. But overall, this was a really, really good volume. I loved it. It's probably my favorite volume of the entire series, and I'll probably give this one like a 9 out of 10. It's super good. And I definitely recommend it. It's a really thick volume as well. Like, it's thicker than the last couple volumes that's been around. The next one is going to be Thor vs. Hulk. So stay tuned for that. And I'll see you later.